Hello and welcome back to Jade Empire! When last we left off, we met Silk Fox, aka Princess Sun Lian, aka Catwoman, and I made a joke I immediately regretted, and wish to apologize again for. Now that the awkwardness is hopefully out of the way, let's move on. This is Scholar... what was it, Dongao? I can't remember. He'll take us down the path of the totally not Sith Inquisitor. While I did say that I did say to Fox over there that we'd be going to the arena, and we will. For the purposes of this LP, we will be doing both sides of the quest. Well, quests, because that is an option. One I don't remember if I've ever done.
Welcome, friend. The lecture won't be starting for a little while, though your enthusiasm is appreciated. And I wouldn't worry about seating. Those interfering philosophers had made sure that very few people will be attending the lecture.
Can you tell me where to find the Inquisitor Recruiter? Subtle.
What? Huh, that's quite a question. I'm not sure who told you, but I'd appreciate it if you would keep your voice down when asking those kinds of questions. Nobody here suspects me to be anything but an overzealous scholar, and I'd like to keep it that way. So you want to know about the recruiter? You have a flying machine, do you not? Yes, I know about that. Go back to the landing area and someone will meet you there.
Tell the Inquisitor Recruiter I'll be there.
He already knows, I'm sure. Now go, and I will not speak to you about this any further.
Subtlety, my name is
Your course
lawful
is set.
stupid.
The Inquisitor will be waiting at your camp. Appease him, and you'll be on the road to appeasing me.
Giggity. And pretty sure I screwed up that subtlety line. No surprise there. Reading time! Yay! The physical universe, the scholar's hypothesis. To suggest that I, of all people, do not understand the significance or the importance of the celestial beings is preposterous. I pay my tributes at the temple because I honor those who gave us our minds and our curiosity. Philosopher Jiang ignores the crux of the problem by hiding behind his arguments of divine belief. The scholars have made some recent discoveries, such as the way in which clouds are formed, but the philosophers, led by Jiang, dismiss these theories without even hearing them out. How can we progress as a society if we refuse to accept new ideas and new concepts? The philosophers would have us cling to our traditions, even at the cost of our own prosperity. And I'm just going to sidestep that and not comment on it at all. And level up. Not going to put it all into body, because I remembered something important that we're going to need a lot of spirit for. Mind can bugger right off. And, no, I'm not going to spend anything here. For reasons. Hello, random guard. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ooh, more reading time. I think there's a few of these in the garden, actually. I apologize. Except I don't. The physical universe, a final word. The world that we live in is not as simplistic as philosopher Jiang would suggest in his treatise on the physical universe. His hypotheses regarding... I don't know if I got that right. Regarding divine regulation of weather and seasons, though interesting, is nothing more than the children's tales made overly complicated. And I added in a random the. Recent research, led by scholar Dongao, I still cannot remember how to pronounce his name, has proven that our seasons and weather are much more than the careless whims of distant celestial beings. Our universe is made up of very real, very tangible components that can be carefully quantified and qualified. Ooh. The long drought. Finally, something that I don't have to desperately try to sidestep talking about. History! Completely made up history. My favorite subject. The Long Drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Then, Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Through the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched lands, and stability was restored. Or, as we know it from technically first-hand experience, it kind of wasn't. This whole video is going to be nothing but reading, isn't it? What a difference. The physical universe, the philosopher's viewpoint. Apparently I read these out of order. Though scholar Xiaoxiang has raised several interesting points in his rebuttal to my treatise on the physical world, his lack of respect for the divine is of greater concern than his lack of understanding of the physical world around him. I agree that there are many aspects to our world that cannot be explained by divine influence alone. We learn and continue to thrive at the mercy of the celestial beings. Without their guidance, and indeed their blessing, we would quickly discover that research and understanding of our physical world alone are not nearly enough for us to survive. I love how I can read all of these in a snooty douchebag voice, like I know more than everyone around me, and even though they're completely in opposition, sound like the same person. I don't know who this guy is.
Hello there, traveler. Forgive my forwardness, but I noticed your arrival earlier while I was at the tavern. That flying machine of yours is truly a marvel. I actually have a design for a new prototype flyer, and I hope to get funding to build it one day. The other scholars aren't interested in my inventions, though.
Well, have fun with that. I apparently have to ask him questions.
Me? You want to ask me something? Well, sure, I'd be glad to help you if I can. What would you like to know?
Bye.
All right, then.
I would like to know bye. I don't need to talk to him either. Or him. Why are there so many superfluous characters here? Here's what we're here for. Oh, God! I think I saw his arm fall off.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. God help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit. I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow.
Can I just say that he has the greatest crest ever? A wedge of cheese on a fork. Oh man, I love this guy. Sir, your arrogance is astounding. We are a cultured people. That's why I can't put my shirt on properly.
Oh, what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. Ah, you look quick with your fists, but I'll wager your head falls behind. Too much time slapping each other, and not enough time strapped to a desk in a decent classroom. The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this?
That's just racist. Okay, I can't tell if he's supposed to be... Like, I know from his accent he's supposed to be English, but is it just me, or is he wearing a conquistador's outfit? Like, the armor and the... I don't know. You blind yourself with prejudice, good sir. I can prove you wrong.
Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance that you might impress me with a glimmer of intelligent insight.
Completely screwed up rolling my R.
But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments.
These total randos should do just fine. Arguments? What kind of contest are you looking for?
I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. Can you convince me otherwise? I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do?
I don't know what those are.
I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner.
Very well, I will agree to this. Who shall judge?
Whoever you wish. These five, standing here. I'm sure there will be a balance of opinion. The test must be fair. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready.
I just noticed that,
Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I just noticed that they didn't finish modeling his hair.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered.
That was quick. I trust you will judge fairly.
To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. If he wants a true debate, we will allow it to progress fairly. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire.
I'll get ready for the debate. Goodbye.
I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
Now, gonna actually make a save here real quick. Those are my other saves. Don't delete any of them, just in case, you know, the video fucks up. Because, we're gonna go through this and gonna show you how to perfect the debate. There's a few ways. I actually looked them up for this. How to perfect the debate, because we're actually going to intentionally lose the fight against him.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you?
I will abide by whatever requirements you set. And, there is a reason we're going to intentionally lose the fight. Trust me. Just trust me.
Good. Don't want to set you off your game, but I thought we should ensure that the process was more entertaining than a simple checklist of virtue. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed?
I shall endeavor to enlighten you.
I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior.
God, I wish I had a mod that made him, like, a playable
Well,
model.
what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
Okay. As you can see here, we get a few different options for this. I got 3 methods listed here. I'm going to go with the top one. Yeah, let's go with the top one. For this, you want to go sympathetic.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
Actually, you know what? We're not gonna win this. I want to see what all the questions are. It's actually been a long time since I have, and they're all actually pretty decent questions. So I guess just pick something at random.
All agree with me? Your downfall is assured. On to the next topic.
I had my eyes closed. I didn't even see what I did.
Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here.
That'd be the blunderbuss he had.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behaviors they produce. Dragons, spirits, and even talk of unresting dead. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant superstitious yammering of your peasants even has me seeing it. And how the bloody hell would you get a moat up there? It's ridiculous, I say.
We apologize, but only you govern your own eyes. I don't know why I haven't been reading any of these.
All agree with me? Your downfall is assured. I say that you don't seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy to be productive. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of foolish superstitions about the dead walking around.
Perhaps you don't understand the plight of the poor.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. This will be the final topic. If you don't have a majority at the end of this round, you will have to admit that I have outdone you. A simple criticism, your ridiculous clothes. Not a decently puffed pair of trousers to be seen. I ask you, what have you done on the pantaloon front? And why do you remain so clean when any sane man knows the only way to keep devils of the dark at bay is to be brash and to carry the air of the earth? Bathing is bad for the humors as well. Do you people know nothing of maintaining your bile?
Devils, friends, family, I wager you keep them all away.
Well, it would seem that a majority of your fellows have decided your arguments were more persuasive. I expected no less. I could not expect a fair contest in the heart of your city. I was a fool to think otherwise.
I honestly didn't know if that would result in a win.
I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debates, but true honor is decided on the dueling field.
If that is your wish, I will meet you in combat.
The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of.
I'm ready now. Let's begin. The reason that... The main reason I decided to go through all 6 was I actually didn't remember if you got a chance to save before the fight.
What? Good! Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You are about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
So yeah, now we just let him kill us. As you can see, that's not hard to do. If you're paying attention, also, all of his attacks are power attacks. This is why we wanted him to kill us.
Your concept of honor is outdated too. Finish a dog when he's down. Percival, a towel.
I think that I was too far away. Anyway, gonna cut off here, and when we come back, we'll see how you're supposed to go about doing that. See you then.